Today I'm painting gnomes that have decided to try to roller skate. So I'm starting with an 11 by 14 canvas, and I've decided to leave the canvas white. I don't want a background color to distract from the gnomes. I want them to stand out as much as possible. This is going to be for a paint class I'm having in March, so it's going to be really centered around St. Patrick's Day. I know that I want the gnomes' hats to be green, and I decided that I was going to make the roller skates green as well. I like that this paint class is going to be a little bit versatile in what people can do with their gnomes. If someone wants all three gnomes to have the same color of beard, they can do that. If they don't want the font that I'm going to have wrote out on the bottom of it to say rolling with my gnomies, if they, want to just make like a yard with some flowers, they can do that. If they don't want the gnomes to be wearing roller skates, they can just leave them wearing cute little shoes. They can really make it their own painting of the gnomes in whatever form that they see fit to do. So I really do like the thoughts of doing the gnomes for a paint class, and I'm hoping that the students have fun making them their own little gnomes. Each gnome hat I've painted is a different shade of green. Its little shoes, roller skates, are mint green. And I'm just coloring in the ovals, just a little pink nose. I'm going to be going around the nose in a color of cinnamon to really make them stand out. And you'll see me throughout trying to gauge how big I want to write the font. And the best way for me to do that, everybody's different who paints, but the best way for me to do that is just to put water on my brush and then go down through the canvas like I'm writing it out. And then I can gauge how slim I want the letters, how tall I want the letters, how far I have to space them out. And it's an easy way for me to plan out how I'm going to write something and how straight I can make it, and can I get it all to fit without committing to putting paint on the canvas and then having to worry about maybe painting over it or fixing it. So water dries pretty quickly, and I can get a feel for where I want to place the letter and go from there. So when you see me going back and forth different times during the painting, I'm just trying to gauge how I want to write the letters later. For my gnomes, I've decided to do a brown beard, a white beard, and a red beard. The red bearded gnome, I've actually used it to metallic paint, so when it dries, his beard will be really shiny. And for the wheels on the roller skates, I've just went with a really pale plum purple. I've always liked purple and green. I feel like they contrast each other really well and they look pretty. And for each hat, I want to have a different pattern. Later on, the center gnome, I didn't like the polka dots that I'm getting ready to fix, so I ended up just leaving his hat just a simple shade of green with no polka dots. So I wanted it to kind of look like a mushroom, the polka dot pattern, but I didn't like the coloring and I didn't like the spacing of it, so I just ended up painting over it and just leaving it a solid shade of green, which I thought looked better. But you guys enjoy watching. When I told my niece and nephews about this idea, they all laughed. They thought it was really cute, as did I. The thoughts of three gnomes trying to roller skate and falling on their bottoms. We all just thought it would be cute, and the fact that the gnomes have the beards and their hats are down over their eyes, and all you see is their noses and the beards. They don't really have any expression, and it's like that with kids when they do fall on their bottoms. It's like this moment of shock. They're not hurt, but that just expression of what just happened, and there's something about the gnomes having no expression on their faces and just being flat on their bottoms, like what has just happened. We all thought that would be really cute and funny and a sweet class to do for St. Patrick's Day. Just something cute and and fun. So that's what we decided to go with. I'm trimming everything out in brown. I even go around the noses here in a little bit, and I really, like I said, I really just wanted the gnomes to stand out. That's the reason I left the background white. They've just got a simple line in behind them, and then they're going to have the words down below them. So hopefully you guys like this, and you think I made the right call and not doing a background color and just leaving it white. But yeah, you guys just enjoy watching. It's always tricky putting words, painting words on a canvas or painting words on any kind of sign or anything that you happen to be working on. But I've found that me using the water technique really helps me in planning how I want things placed. That way I'm not as apt to make a mislick or overfill the canvas or whatever I happen to be working on and not having any space for anything. I decided when it come to gnomes to use a different font and really just to use just my own cursive handwriting and just going with it. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. The day of the class, I'll actually have the gnomes sketched out on each canvas, and rolling with my gnomes will already be sketched out on the bottom of each canvas. That way people just have to follow along with the lines. They don't have to try and write it out themselves. And then, like I was saying before, if somebody doesn't want that, if they just want the gnomes to be wearing shoes, if they don't like the idea of them trying to roller skate and falling and busting their little bottoms, then they can always paint over what I've got wrote on the bottom of the canvas and just have a yard. They can just have grass or flowers or whatever they might want to do on the bottom of their canvas. It'll really be their own painting to make and to do as they see fit. But I hope everyone has a fun time at the class. I hope that they enjoy it. I think it's a cute painting and a cute idea, and I'm thankful that my niece and nephews helped me come up with it. So you guys have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed watching.